Hi there, YouTube. This is Holly Seelger with my show Zoan Politicon, the political animal. And I just want to say welcome, new subscribers. Hello, everyone that's been returning to my channel and checking out my videos. I've been getting about 1,000 views a day, so that's really exciting and it inspires me to keep making videos. So I want to continue on my thoughts about the DNC chair. And I made a video a couple days ago where I predicted that the Democrats would select Tom Perez as their chair, considering Obama got behind him and recruited him to run for the chair. And the hatred that the Democrats have had against Bernie Sanders people within the DNC. So I wanted to share some information about Perez and about Bernie Sanders' reaction, and also connecting that to Wikileaks and the Wikileaks emails that they exposed regarding Tom Perez and his collusion in the DNC to make people believe that Bernie Sanders was only for white people. So I've got an article I pulled up here. This is from CNN with Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders said on State of the Union Sunday that he doesn't believe his candidate for Democratic National Committee Chairman, Minnesota Rep. Keith Ellison, was defeated Saturday because the election was rigged, but the system could use some retooling. The Vermont senator, responding to a question from CNN's Jake Tapper about whether President Donald Trump had a point when he tweeted early Sunday, "Bernie's guy, like Bernie himself, never had a chance." So here's real Donald Trump on Twitter, just being savage. "Congratulations to Tom Perez, who's been named chairman of the DNC. I could not be happier for him or for the Republican Party." "No, he doesn't have a point," Sanders said before offering a criticism of an election process that put the party leadership decision in the hands of mere 447 voting members of the DNC. So let's unwrap this here a little bit. So basically, he says that it's not rigged, but 447 voting members out of all the millions of Democrats in America got to choose the chair. So this is certainly not an open election of any sort. And like I said, those 447 voting members are super donors and super delegates. So they are the 1% in the party, and that, yes, they do get to choose. It is a selection process, not an election process. Sorry, Bernie, but you're wrong about that, and you're trying to split hairs. And once again, you're just looking foolish by not acknowledging that the DNC is completely run by big money and big corporations and super donors, and that's just more of the same. Just I'm not really expecting anything different from him at this point. He's chosen his side. He's made his bed. So I saw this as well this is also CNN, and when I saw the headline here, I got excited for a second. But Perez need to investigate whether presidential election was rigged. And I thought he was talking about the primaries. I was pretty psyched for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. So he's acknowledging that the DNC primary was rigged. Like, maybe this could be a turning point. Maybe they are waking up to the fact that that things are not right within the Democratic Party, and they are just hemorrhaging voters right now. So let's see. New Democratic National Committee Chairman Tom Perez is joining calls for an independent investigation into reported contacts between President Donald Trump's campaign and Russians known to U.S. intelligence. Wah wah. Alright, there you go. I was thinking that he was actually talking about the DNC and how the primary rigged Bernie Sanders, but no, he's bringing up this fake Russia story once again. And so what we need to be looking at is whether the election was rigged by Donald Trump and his buddy Vladimir Putin, Perez said in an interview with CNN's Jake Tapper on State of the Union on Sunday. So here we are, just more Red Scare without any sort of evidence whatsoever. Let's have the emails, people. Let's have the conversations that that were said and that the Trump cabinet was having with Russian people and people in the administration, and talks with Putin. Let's have it all out on the table. Let's do a WikiLeaks style dump right now, because you guys are all for leaking and whistleblowers right now against Trump, but yet you're not supplying any evidence that Russia helped out with. I don't even know what they're claiming. Are they saying that Russia hacked voting machines? I don't even think so. I think they're saying that, like, they leaked information to the press. Are they saying that someone gave the Russians gave the WikiLeaks emails, Podesta's emails, Clinton's emails? I don't even know. Like, it's all speculation still. I wish they'd give us some evidence so I could actually make up my mind. Without any evidence, what are we supposed to do here? So, no, Perez is just touting the regular Russian scare line instead of owning up to the fact that they are a corrupt party. So, in response to the Perez selection, WikiLeaks went on Twitter and said, new DNC chair Tom Perez, 18 Podesta emails show him working for Hillary Clinton against Bernie Sanders. So these emails have been out for a while, and what they did was they cleaned up, and the WikiLeaks webpage, I will say, you can just get lost looking for stuff in there because there's so many emails. So it's great when it's organized this way. So I was able to pick through the 18 emails this morning, and I found the one that seems like it's the most incriminating. So I want to read this section. This is from Tom Perez, and he did a list of how Hillary Clinton can defeat Bernie Sanders. So this was back in February 5th, observations from the road. So he's talking about how the Hillary Clinton campaign can use different tactics to undermine Bernie Sanders, including using racism. So I'm going to read this number 6. So he's talking about the Nevada primary. Nevada is an opportunity to fight back on so many levels. First, the current storyline is that she does not connect well with young voters. That's Clinton. Given that Nevada is far more demographically representative of America, I'm confident that HRC can do well with all African Americans, Latinos, and Asian Americans. Don't forget the sizable population of Asian Americans in Nevada, including Filipinos. Emmy and the team have a good plan to attract all minority voters. When we do well there, then the narrative changes from Bernie kicks ass among young voters to Bernie does well only among young white liberals. That is a different story and a perfect lead into South Carolina, where once again we can work to attract young voters of color. So I think Nevada is a real opportunity, and I would strongly urge HRC to get out there within a couple days of New Hampshire. So you can take a look. You can read the 18 emails. Most of them are very short. This is Perez's longest email, where he talks about ways to undermine Bernie Sanders, including breaking up the different demographics and giving the impression that Bernie only does well among young white liberals, a tactic which obviously did not work, and it seemed like, from what I've read, that Latinos and other groups voted for Trump because Trump was actually talking about economics. Meanwhile, these guys were just based on race and pitting people against each other and not getting to the heart of the matter, which is that working class Americans have been left out for the past half century. And so that's my last pull-up about Tom Perez and what I think is going on with the DNC. And so I got my Illuminati card game the other day, and I wanted to show you the Democrat card. I think it's very telling to what's going on right now, so see if I can. I'll include this in the show picture. But you can see it says Democrats. Sorry, it's not focused. There's a golden donkey sitting on a pile of gold, and there's a white woman that looks a lot like Hillary Clinton on the right there. And then on the left, there's a man of color. Doesn't really look like Perez, but you get the point. And they are praying to the golden donkey altar, which speaks volumes about what's going on with the break between the Bernie-crats, people who supported Bernie, and what he was saying about economic rights and the need to address economic issues in the United States, and the DNC, which are career politicians who are interested in lining their own politics. Things are working very well in DC right now between lobbyists and taking money from corporations and people who make politics their life's work. They want to keep the machine running in DNC and in Washington, D.C. So Democrats, 6/5 power and 4 resistance. For every reaction, there is an equal and opposite government program. The Democrats have an extra 4+ for direct control of any government group that is not a nation. And it's under the liberal section. And I've got, so it's Illuminati New World Order card game, so check that out. I like showing these cards. I'm hoping to include these with more of my videos. So take a look at the cards. And that's my thoughts about Perez and what's been going on in the party, how they're falling apart. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have more information about Perez and his work, or what's going on with Bernie Sanders and Democrats, I'm always interested in what people who are Bernie-crats are thinking right now and the plans for running elections next year. So I hope everyone has a nice day. If you like my show, I'd love a $4 or $7 donation in my PayPal, which I've included at the top of the channel, or you can join my Patreon and become a monthly subscriber, and I'll be giving special talks and maybe an email newsletter. Let me know if people like that sort of stuff, or I'll figure out something cool to help people out with my Patreon. So have a nice day.